Star Trek Resurgence. We love sturgeons. They're very stern fish. Anyway, it's Star Trek Resurgence again. I said that multiple times. Anyway, time to pick up where we left off. So I did have a glance at the chapter names of the game on some website. I forgot where. Surprisingly, there's very few actual guides on the internet for this game. I'm kind of shocked by that. So it's kind of hard to find good information on, especially like with games like these. There's usually you can find like a choice tree for these games. Can't find one anywhere. It's kind of annoying. I mean, it's not like I really wanted to spoil myself. I just wanted to get an idea how far into the game I am and how close to the end I am. So, but from what I saw, I think there's a good chance I might be able to finish the game tonight, because I think we're in Act 3 of the game, and I'm kind of like a third of the way into Act 3, and the rest of the 2/3 of the way is towards the end, is wrapping the game up. So I think there's a good chance I might be able to finish it up in the next 2 hours. I might go over 2 hours if I have to. So, jump back into the overload incident. Yes, we have to deal with the people on the Elydian ship. My lower deckers have to figure out what the hell to do. The overload incident.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
If one goes down in battle, we can still operate.
Makes this more difficult, though.
This ship can maintain warp with half the cores offline. We'll need to disable 3 of them.
But where are the engine schematics? Power flow routing charts.
We're soldiers, not engineers. I thought you would know what to do.
We understand how to operate it under normal conditions, but not the intricacies.
We'll do our part, you do yours. Anything that comes through that door, stop it.
That I can do.
Good, we all know our roles.
Know where we should start?
This way.
Let's sabotage the warp core. Actually, we're gonna sabotage multiple warp cores. Not just one, multiple warp cores.
What are we dealing with? Really hot. Makes sense, since they've been producing at max output since we left Otari space.
No ship can run for very long like that. Not before a catastrophic failure hits.
It's right on the edge. We just need to figure out a way to give it a push.
You don't want it to make it go boom.
Tell us a few things.
You just want it to fail. Not go boom. Boom would be bad.
Whatever we do, we need to make sure the Tkon can't undo it.
So we need a way to permanently disable the reactors that won't destroy the ship and kill us all in the process.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Warp core.
Warp core ejection, yes.
Question
What was
is,
this thing out? Eject the warp cores.
The reactor coolant system is operating at emergency containment levels.
It's just barely keeping the temperature in check.
Maybe we can use that. If it gets this high, their system considers a reactor breach imminent. Like we saw on the bridge, all 4 warp cores are operating at full capacity. The safety protocols don't look much different from the Resolute. Breach protection. Reduce output, command override. Cease matter, antimatter flow, command override. Emergency warp core ejection. Computer control.
Even command functions can't override one of the most crucial safety measures.
So the protocol's still active. That's good. Looks like if sensors show a core is about to rupture, the computer will eject it automatically rather than risk a breach.
So we need to increase the warp core's temperatures.
If we destroy the coolant regulators, there won't be anything to keep these reactors from going over.
And it will trigger the ejection. Let's peel these suckers open. I'll take that one.
I'll take the one next to it.
The second you two start dumping cores, the Tkon will know we're here.
Oh, it's your job to shoot him.
We'll be vulnerable. Stuck in one place while you work.
Well, here's the good news. I'm at my best when I'm under pressure.
We'll barricade the door. Work quickly.
Yeah, let's make it hot in here. Making it hot in the warp cores. Can't do anything over here. Am I supposed to do the one over here? I was thinking like she could do both of these, but okay.
We might not have our tools, but our phasers can do this in a pinch. We better get this right. If we foul it up and this whole thing goes boom... We don't know how much damage that Cartabula will do. If we accidentally crack it open.
Doesn't matter, won't be around.
If it all goes to hell, we won't be around to see the fallout.
That certainly inspires confidence.
Yeah, look on the bright side. We'll all be
Not
dead.
Starfleet warp core, but the coolant regulator has to be in here somewhere.
There you are. Time to heat things up.
Blast it.
Warning. Warning. Warp core output at critical level. Ejecting core.
Another one.
Hey, now they're definitely gonna know we're down here.
Warp core output at critical level. Ejecting core.
Those two.
Just one more to go.
They're here.
They're cutting through the door. We don't have much time.
Okay, same as before. We just gotta...
Oh, wait, oh. Let's not let the soldiers do this. Their job. Their job to do this. Why am I doing this? Dang it. Ah.
Okay, same as before. We just gotta...
Could have did a better job barricading the door. I mean, come on. keep pressing R, like thinking I'm reloading. I can't. It's a phaser. I don't reload. Why am I pressing R? I'm an engineer, not a gunfighter. What the hell you had me doing this for, game?
Okay, same as before. We just gotta...
Like, are these Illyrian troops doing anything? It's like, why do I feel like I'm doing most of the work here?
Go! Finish!
Yes, this is the thing I need to be doing, not shooting.
Hey! Would you mind not shooting at the matter-antimatter reactor?
I'll cover you.
What? No!
Get the work done. Or we're all dead.
Shoot!
Warp core output at critical level. Ejecting core.
Yeah, it's 3 down.
Warp drive disengaged. You did it.
You got that escape plan for me?
I think so. Itaska, can you climb?
I'll see you on the parade grounds of Sorella, my friend. You want me? I'm right here. Not you too.
Calm yourself, child.
Oh, they're just gonna take her.
be better soon. Wake up, Manka Umet.
I mean, it doesn't undo her injury, though.
Return to us. Rejoin the flame.
To reclaim what was lost.
We don't need to watch this.
I do. I want to remember every moment when I make them pay. But this isn't the end. I will avenge Itasca. Swear to me, you will join me in this.
How about we try to save her?
That's a dream.
We have a mission. We have to stay on track because this is bigger than all of us.
They defile my poor Itasca with every moment they take breath in her body. I will not let that stand.
Dude, we just have to consider her dead at this point. Come on, let's move on. Meanwhile,
There's so much I want to ask you.
There's so little I can tell you. I'm a portal, not a scientist, but I'll certainly do my best. I can only assume this is one of your older starships. One would think, given the importance of your mission, they might send a ship of a more recent vintage.
it's good enough.
Actually, the Resolute is one of our state-of-the-art starships.
That
Relatively.
some sort of contemporary humor.
She's loaded with the latest and greatest technology in the
I mean,
galaxy.
it is a Centaur refit, so it's relatively
All
new.
unsafe.
Yes, I don't know who the magenta people are. We have not discovered their species yet.
Something wrong?
It will remain a
Not
mystery.
at all. The galaxy has grown more diverse since the days of the Tkon Empire.
Because you conquered everyone who didn't look like you.
To the contrary, most lesser civilizations willingly join the Empire to enjoy the benefits of an advanced way of life. But that expansion came with its own set of problems, so I admire your ability to diversify without creating conflict. That was always our challenge, and perhaps ultimately our downfall.
I can't say that we avoid conflict entirely, but we overcome our differences because of our common interests and a shared sense of purpose. A general belief we are better off united than divided.
A concept almost Tkonian in principle. We're more alike than you might think. If this is the best you have, then so be it. To locate this scion, Galvan, I'll need full access to your ship's systems.
Full access?
Huh. You must be out of your mind.
He's already read the computer core,
No, I'm right here, completely in my mind.
so I guess it's not.
And with all due respect to your advanced technology, the simple fact is that I won't be able to locate him without it. Perhaps I should have made that clear up front.
I'll see
I'll
what I
need
can
to
do.
make certain modifications.
I can't promise anything, but let me see what I can do.
Just know, without it, I won't be able to help you.
This isn't gonna fly.
Yeah,
I'll see you on the bridge.
we'll figure something out.
Captain Solano, I'd like to introduce you to Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Tkon Empire.
Pleasure to meet you, Captain.
Likewise. I can't say I've ever met a portal before. There is no modern equivalent. Not within the Federation, at least.
He's been kind enough to agree to help us find Galvan.
I am at your service, to whatever extent I can be of help.
If nothing else, I'm sure you're happy for a change of scenery. You spent 600,000 years at your post. That certainly takes an uncommon level of dedication.
We all have our duty.
Of course. But I'm curious.
You were stationed there in preparation for what, exactly?
Any and all threats to the Empire.
An empire that no longer exists. Which suggests you weren't very successful.
Do we need to go there
You needed
right
my
now?
help. I didn't come here to be insulted.
Yeah, that's kind of besides the point right now. We don't need to talk about that.
Happy to return to Delphi Ardu at any time.
And we do need your help. Absolutely. And we are grateful that you decided to come.
And your captain has an odd way of expressing his gratitude.
Yes, he's very odd.
I'm merely curious where your allegiances might lie. And clearly it's with the Tkon.
Yes, Captain. You have found me out and exposed my true loyalties. To the Tkon, not to the Scions of the Flame, who do nothing more than tarnish us in name and reputation and don't deserve to be called Tkon. That's why I'm here. And if you'd be so kind as to give me access to your ship's systems, we can get on with it. And you can stop wasting my time.
Access to our systems? That's completely out of the question. Tell me that's not what you promised.
I said we talk about
We're
it.
vulnerable enough as it is. And now we're supposed to give him access to everything?
Captain, I understand your concern, and I don't necessarily disagree.
Ah, now I understand your reluctance. I never imagined offering to help would be met with such ignorance.
If you're not enjoying your visit to our ship, we'd be more than happy to let you wither away back on your pathetic little rock.
Let's
Captain?
not insult the help.
Clearly
Come
do
on.
not appreciate the magnitude of the threat the Scions pose. So myopic is your focus on your own ego. I will not be leaving until they have been found.
Commander Rydek, a word.
Sure, let's have a word. Why is this captain being such a butthead?
600,000 years for this.
You realize that's supposed to be in an incredibly difficult position.
Yeah, it might affect your reputation.
Taking him out from the
What?
start. But now, to give him access to our systems? It's insane. And you somehow expect me to believe his allegiance is with us? You heard what he said in there. There's no way we can trust him.
I might otherwise agree, but you're missing the most important point. He's a Tkon, and he may be loyal to the Tkon, but not to the Scions of the Flame. He's against everything they believe in. You heard what he said.
There's too much at stake to be wrong on this.
We sought him out for a reason. To help him find our missing crew, Galvin, and those Elydian ships. This is the plan we agreed to with Ambassador Spock.
Which I never liked. But here we are.
But you don't have a better idea, so
You know what
this is it.
mission means to us. Not just for the Federation, but for me personally. I can't afford another screw-up. Losing the shield algorithms was bad enough. This could be the end of my career.
I am so tired of hearing about your stupid career officer reputation crap. Come on, dude. Just do what's fucking right.
I'm sorry, Captain. You know I support you, but millions of lives and the future of the Federation are at stake here. Both of which are more important right now than your career.
It's not just mine. It's both of ours.
Then so be it.
I'm going to trust your instincts on this one. I just hope you're right. For both of our sakes. Let me know if you find anything.
We're good. You may begin.
I will, of course, have to make a few modifications.
Can you make our
What
ship go
kind of
super fast?
modifications?
To find Tkonian technology requires Tkonian technology. If this Scion Gallivan modified his ships, then I must do likewise to yours.
Oh, crystals.
The galaxy is nearly infinite in size and complexity. This may take a moment.
How long
I
will it
found
take?
something. There you are.
What is it? Galvin?
Someone is using Tkonian technology. I can't get the precise bearings, but It's located in the Palisades cluster.
I'll let the captain know. Rydick to Solano. I think Portal may have located Galvin.
I'll be right there.
I'm getting all kinds of interference. Almost impossible to lock on the energy signature.
Where's he hiding?
In the Palisades cluster.
Interesting. Can you lock in on the location?
Not until you get me closer.
Lieutenant Handar, set a course for the Palisades cluster.
Aye, Captain.
Well, I suppose I owe you an apology. You were right after all. That's what I get for questioning the advice of my first officer.
First, I was right.
Always have my back.
They say the true measure of a leader is being able to admit your mistakes. So thank you.
Next time I'll do a better job of listening. Nice work. Let me know if you find anything more.
Will do. What's wrong?
I didn't want to say anything until I was certain. But the reason for the interference is simple. There's a Tkonian device on this ship being used to block the signal. Whoever planted it was exceptionally clever. They knew how and where to hide it. But they have underestimated my abilities.
Oh, it's a little thingy that was on the shuttlecraft that went missing.
Engineering.
Take care of the Tkonian device, and I can find Galvin for you. It's designed to interfere with all transmissions, or at least delay and confuse the effort to find Galvin's ship.
Hold on. My understanding is that Tkon technology requires a Tkon to operate. Is there another Tkon on this ship?
The Scions could have someone on the ship, doing everything they can to stop us from finding Galvin.
Don't worry, I'll get this fixed. We're going to find
So it had to been somebody else from the shuttle. So let's go down a bullet list of who was on that shuttle that came back and see who was still here.
This device already if it wasn't well hidden. Better to rely on my tricorder.
Unless it's the captain. Or Spock. Or well, Spock's not here anymore. I don't think the captain is at Tkon. I think all security personnel with Maris are gone now.
There's a lot of noise in here. I should scan the device putting out the most radiation to filter it out.
Like the warp core.
That's better. Most other radiation sources in here are well contained. There's definitely tetrametric radiation nearby. But even with the gain boosted, it's getting drowned out by other sources of radiation in here. A little bit of harmless radiation leakage here, but enough to mask the tetrametric pulses. Easy enough to cancel out. There's still something drowning out the tetrametric radiation. I need to find it so I could filter it out as well.
Yeah, it's like so hard to walk around with the tricorder. It's like it's just a myopic view when I'm walking around with this thing. Of course, I'm gonna stub my toe on every little corner in engineering.
Jeffrey's tubes thump harmonics from all over the ship. I'll filter that out. There we go. I'm getting a clear tetrametric signal now. Found it.
Excuse me. Do you belong here?
I'm the commander.
Commander Rydick?
Yeah, of course I
Sorry.
belong.
I didn't know it was you.
Paul. Calloway, right?
Yes. You know, it means a lot that you remembered. What, are you doing back here?
Cleaning.
I don't mean to pry, but first officers don't usually go digging around engineering compartments.
Just a routine systems check. We've been having problems with our comms lately.
Ah, that's news to me. I haven't heard anything about it.
Probably because the comm system isn't working. Have you seen anyone else in here recently that might seem out of the ordinary? Maybe someone who doesn't work in engineering.
Not that I can think,
Besides the commander.
but I can ask around. I'm here almost all the time, but maybe someone else noticed something?
That would be great. Just be discreet about it. I don't want anyone to be alarmed.
Discretion is my specialty.
Okay.
Well, I'll leave you alone already. Oh, come to think of it, that Hotari woman was down here earlier with Dr. Duval finishing the last of the bioscans.
Tylis?
That would be out of the ordinary, right?
Hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah. Don't know why she would be an engineer. Anyway, we need to get this thing. Should we get a scraper and scrape it off? Okay, just
Maybe Tylis saw something. Tylis, can I speak to you for a moment?
Of course. Is something wrong?
There's something happening. I may need your help. This is important.
How can I help?
When you were in engineering with Dr. Duval, did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Or anyone?
Not particularly. Why?
I found this, hidden in a compartment down there.
That's Tkonian technology. Does that mean there's a scion on board? But Dr. Duval bioscanned everyone. Every deck, every crew member, I've seen the logs. She couldn't have been more thorough.
It's entirely possible it was Miranda who planted the device before we caught her.
But we can't assume anything at this point. It could be anyone.
That includes both of us.
You want me to get scanned? Better to know for sure, right? I'll admit, I was around the scions as much as anybody.
we'll both get scanned.
I would feel more
I'll vote.
comfortable if you did.
I understand.
Although I don't know why the main character would be a Tkon already. That wouldn't make any sense, but
Clear.
Now it's your turn.
Sure.
wow, what if I came up positive that the main character was Tkon? That would be like,
Clear.
okay, yeah.
Don't sound so surprised.
That would be really weird.
You spent plenty of time with the scions as well. You never know.
Let's get to it. The search starts in engineering. Whoever planted the device most likely did it within the last few hours. So I'll start by running a scan, tracking everyone who came through engineering over the last day, in reverse order.
This could take forever to sort through the number of people that were in engineering.
Hmm.
Filtering for outliers. People who don't work in engineering.
I mean, but what if it is an engineer, though?
Cross-referencing this list with everyone who's traveled to Hotari.
Now this is manageable.
I'll filter out the duplicates.
It's 3 people.
Let's see who's left.
And who was on the shuttle? Captain? Okay.
No.
Wait,
This
he
one.
didn't get a bioscan?
What?
Of the people that went to Hotari and visited engineering, it could only have been Captain Solano.
According to this, he was here while you went down to Delphi Ardu 4. Which would have been the perfect opportunity.
He didn't get
We wouldn't
bioscanned.
question him. He's the captain.
He fits the profile for the kind of people the Tkon want to bioform. People with authority that can lead to them gaining more control.
Like Galvin, the Queen.
The captain of a Federation starship. What happened when Dr. Duval bioscanned Captain Solano?
That's just it. She never did.
How is that possible?
Something more urgent would always come up. There was nothing she could do. But performing a bioscan is the only way to be absolutely sure.
Should we go talk to the doctor?
That's not going to be easy. First thing I need to do is get this device to Portal.
Be careful. And good luck.
I'll need it. I've found the device.
Interference is gone. I have located Galvin's ship more precisely. He's in the Usonia system.
So then it worked.
This whole region was one of the most sacred for the ancient Tkon. What many consider the birthplace of our civilization. See these comets and planetoids in the outer orbits? Based on their current trajectory, that's Galvin's destination. And legend tells us it's the location of what was once our largest arsenal. Not that we needed it in the late stages of the Empire, but it was there as a precaution nonetheless.
What kind of weapons are in this arsenal?
It's difficult to know what would have survived from the time of the Empire, but be assured that the damage they have done so far by altering your current technology will be minuscule compared to proper Tkonian firepower. If Galvin and the other Scions secure the arsenal, they will become extremely dangerous. My people had such power at the height of the Empire. The Tkon were as gods, keeping absolute control over countless worlds. I must speak with them directly. However, the presence of this device is worrying. It's highly likely it was placed here by a Scion, hidden among your crew, and it is unlikely this interference device was the Scion saboteur's only trap. If
we need to check the rest of the ship.
saboteur cripples your ship, we will be at their mercy. Even my powers will not be able to protect us. Do you know who it is?
We have a
They may well do more
suspicion.
damage if left alone. Time is not on your side.
Leave that to me.
Just leave that to me. I hope to resolve it soon.
The longer you wait, the more time we lose.
I mean, it might be the doctor.
Bioforming.
It could be the doctor.
From the time of the Empire that I
Maybe.
am not able to detect if it has taken place. Whoever you suspect.
Well,
Proof is something you will have to provide on your own.
I guess that's kind of
I'll
shooting.
have it. Once I've bioscanned the person I suspect. I just need to visit Dr. Duval.
Yeah, you need to go talk to the doctor and ask why the captain didn't get bioscans.
It's quite the claim. Told me you were worried about him. But I never imagined this was what was wrong.
I wouldn't be asking you if there was any other possibility.
And that would explain why Solano has been too busy for a bioscan lately.
As the ship's doctor, you have the
Yeah,
authority to
what
declare
is he
the
doing?
unfit to serve.
If you're right, this is the worst case scenario. Challenging your own captain is a tall order. Are you sure you're prepared for this? If you fail, that's it. The end of your career.
I don't know if I would be on my own. But with your support, I'm sure we can do it.
That smooth talking may come in handy. I'm in. But we can't pull this off with just the two of us. I technically have the authority to make Solano undergo a scan, but in reality, he can and will refuse to do it. We need at least another member of the senior staff to support your claim. Or this could all blow up in our faces. You better think long and hard about who you can trust.
Who do I have the best affinity with so far? Kind of, sort of thing.
Down to one reactor. I thought we'd be stopped dead. At least stuck at impulse power.
The Tkon enhancements must be able to brute force limited bursts of warp output.
Yeah, but they won't get to wherever they were headed at this rate.
Yeah, it's gonna take him forever at this point.
Moving along now.
So where does that put us?
Maybe I can answer that.
What else can we sabotage? Let's turn the gravity off. It'll be fun. What's this thing in my way?
the ship's heading?
They've changed course. Drastically.
Looks like they're headed here. Usonia's system. They might stop there.
Can we use the Zeldi's comms to signal your fleet?
Comm systems are locked.
Grab hold! The inertial dampeners can barely keep up.
Yeah, the ship's gonna fall apart.
This ship to make these short warp jumps. They're going to tear it apart.
Zeldi is still made by Lydian hands, despite all this Tkon corruption. We'll hold.
We just gotta stay safe until Starfleet can find us.
Your people. Is there somewhere you go when you die?
Life after death? No. On my homeworld, some people think they can cheat death in a way by joining with the Trill symbiont. But that's not a life to me.
What about you? Is there another plane of existence for you?
We only get one life to live. I'm not counting on anything coming after I close my eyes for the last time.
Then you may never understand this, but please try. My people have a special journey. When Lydians die, we rejoin our comrades, family, and ancestors.
On the parade grounds of Cirella?
That is just one part of it, but yes. Death is not the end for us. So, even if some part of Itasca remains, by letting the Tkon use her body, at best we are delaying the inevitable next step for her. At worst, we are leaving her as a prisoner in her own mind. You want to save the transformed. So do I.
Now that I've seen it happen, does it make me a hypocrite to say he has a point? What if we can't get them back? We can't leave them like that, right?
I think Itasca would want to be released. To think of what she could be going through right now.
What you're talking about is mercy. And that's an honorable goal.
That seems easier to live with than being driven by revenge. I had a sister, a twin. It's very rare among the Trill.
You never told me that.
She was one of the youngest hosts to ever join with the symbiont. A sentient creature that lives in our body. It's considered a great honor. The symbiont can bring centuries of knowledge and wisdom to the host. But sometimes, the symbiont personality suppresses the host entirely. My sister was the closest person in the world to me. I knew she would be different after joining. But she drew more and more distant. The room we shared growing up was foreign to the both of us. And eventually she, or whoever she'd become, cut me out entirely. So I left for Starfleet and swore I'd never go back. I couldn't stand the thought of seeing her. Someone who looked like my sister. Sounded like her. But wasn't.
It's okay to walk away from someone when there isn't anything left to stay for. Nothing lasts forever.
Tell that to the Tkon Empire.
You remind me of Itasca.
I do?
Bonds are not made by what runs through your veins, but the blood you spill together. Itasca was my family in that way. I want you to know there is nothing I won't sacrifice to win this fight. But if we're lucky enough to survive, I'd be honored if you would count me as one of your tribe. As Itasca was.
You are now part of the Lord Decker's tribe.
You are many things.
I don't need to wait that long. We've bled together. No one else will know what we've been through. That makes us a tribe. Right here.
I'll take that.
They not cease this madness.
Beskar.
Another one of yours?
Not anymore. They've corrupted it. Just like the Zeldi.
Now there are 2 ships. Did this just get better or worse?
I would say worse.
Certainly doesn't bode well for the crew of the Beskar. So many lives stolen.
It's worse.
Yeah.
This is definitely worse.
Thanks. That really helps.
Just being honest.
This doesn't look like the Ophelia. What are they doing here?
You don't think they're just meeting their buddies?
I'll be transferring over to that ship as that ship works.
Prepare for transfer.
Yep, transfer.
The storm. It's back. What happened?
Hold on. Scanning. Tetrametric radiation is dropping. The Zeldi's dropped to minimal power levels.
It's running off just the one warp core now.
That means...
They've sent the Cartabula to that other ship.
Mutiny. This should be interesting. Captain, you don't look too busy. Want to go get a bioscan? You're not doing anything important right now, are you?
Something wrong, Captain?
No, nothing's wrong.
Not worried about your reputation.
I'm just going to call for you.
Oh, really?
I'm needed down in engineering. The bridge is yours.
Oh, engineering. Okay. Do you want some help? I mean, Science Guy's been pretty cool with us so far. But then again, you know, this is more of a security matter. But actually, no, Science Guy is like one of the most senior people here, so maybe that's a good idea to go with him.
Commander Westbrook, a word, please.
I'm busy here, so let's make it quick. What's this about?
The captain may have been compromised. I have reason to believe he's been bioformed, and is now actively working against us.
Come on. You can't be serious.
Someone is sabotaging the mission. They planted a Tkonian device in engineering. Captain Solano was in engineering while we were on Delphi Ardu 4, and he purposely evaded Dr. Duval's bioscan.
That's ridiculous. I just spoke with him a few minutes ago. He was as normal as ever. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
Listen, I know we've had our differences, but I need you to hear me out on this.
What evidence do you have to even support this preposterous claim?
I'm working on that.
Right. This isn't the first time you've trusted me. That consistency makes me want to believe you. If you go through with this, and you're right about Solano, you'll be the new captain of the Resolute.
I hoped I would be captain someday, but I didn't want it to happen like this.
I'll have your back, but you damn well better be right.
We just demand he get bioscanned, that's all we need to do. If he continues to refuse it, then it's like... I guess we can mutiny and remove him from command. Hey, so Captain, have a good time engineering?
It's now or never.
What you do down there?
Captain Solano.
Commander Rydek, we need to talk about...
We need to talk about your bioscan.
What brings you to the bridge?
Just a bit of housekeeping. You owe me a bioscan, Captain.
I don't have time for that right now.
You don't look busy.
It will only take a moment. I can't put this off any longer.
You can, and you will. All you'll find is that I'm quite reasonably under stress given the circumstances, and you aren't making it better. I'll find you in sickbay when I'm good and ready. Or, if you're gonna stand in the way of the mission, I can find you in the brig instead.
It's merely protocol, Captain. All officers that touch alien soil have to be bioscanned.
I know the protocol. It's not more important than chasing down these Tkonian marauders.
The crew looks to you for guidance, Captain. It may seem like a nuisance, but it would set the right example.
What is this?
We need you to comply with the scan, Captain.
That's enough. Drop this. All of you. I'm giving you a direct order, Commander Rydek. Stand down and go back to your post. Now. Do not make me tell you again. I've been a starship captain since before you were in the Academy.
This is for your own good, Captain.
This is for your own good as well. Security to the bridge. Arrest Commander Rydek. Take her to the brig.
On what charge?
Conspiring with the enemy and mutiny.
Captain, please reconsider.
I've given my order.
This is not Captain Solano. He's been bioformed. He's a scion.
You're out of your mind.
Commander Rydek has proof.
He sabotaged our efforts to track Galvin with this.
I'm sure they know what that is.
Planted it in engineering while we were down on Delphi Ardu 4.
Lies! Perpetrated by the only Tkon in our midst, Portal 6-3. He's actively trying to divide us from within.
Captain Solano has refused to be bioscanned because he knows it will reveal he's a scion.
Take her to the brig, or I'll do it myself. Oh!
That was multiple phaser shots. Okay.
Wait,
oh, he did.
Stand down. That's an order.
What is the meaning of this? Everyone hold until we get answers. This cannot happen on the bridge of a Federation starship.
Hey, he's down. Doctor, bioscan him now.
If you
Do it.
just give me a chance. If I'm wrong, then I will face the consequences.
If you're wrong, there's no coming back from this.
I'm going to settle this once and for all.
What does the beeping mean?
Commander Rydek was right.
Okay.
Captain Solano has been compromised. He's been bioformed into a Tkon.
As the Chief Medical Officer of the USS Resolute, I'm relieving Captain Zachary Solano of command.
Take him to the brig.
I don't know what to say. I'm stunned.
We all are.
Well, there's no going back now. You are, rightfully, the captain of the Resolute. And I'm with you from here on out. I need you to know that.
Oh, he was not a good captain.
Right now, more than anything, I need to know I can count on your support.
Absolutely. You have my word.
We have to come together to make this work.
Whatever you need me to do.
Oh. The chair needs a butt. And I have a butt that needs a chair.
set course for the Usonia system. Maximum warp. It's time to face Galvin.
Yes, Commander. Sorry. Captain. On your command.
Warp it?
Engage.
Oh, engage? Okay. Fling us to a destination. Shields? Oh well, I guess shields don't make a difference.
Red alert! All hands to battle stations. Shield status.
Set to maximum, but with the algorithms compromised, they may not do much.
Captain, that other Elydian ship is here.
The Zeldi?
We're outnumbered.
Captain, your orders.
Evasive maneuvers.
Aye, Captain.
Yeah, let's try not to get hit.
The Veskar's warp engines are powering them.
Our warp engines are offline.
Oh, phooey.
That must have been their goal. They didn't want us to chase the Veskar.
According to my readings, they also took the Cartabula with them.
They're not breaking off. We have to destroy the Zeldi before it destroys us.
With Diaz and Edsalar still over there?
They'll need to evacuate.
Switch back to the other team.
Come on.
I almost have it.
They gotta know we're here. Hurry! You got it?
Got it. Diaz to Resolute.
We read you, Diaz.
This is Ermot. It's good to hear your voice. Is Edsalar? Is she with you? Everyone wants to know.
Yeah, we're both here. We're both okay.
Very good, Petty Officer.
You're not gonna ask about the other guy?
Get us out of here.
You know, we forgot about him already. Okay.
Our phaser fire won't even get through. Is there another way off that ship?
We'll find a way.
Whatever you do, you'll have to be quick about it. Because we can't give you much more time. We can't evade the Zeldi forever.
Understood. Diaz out. We're gonna have to get out of here the old-fashioned way.
It's,
Ships have no escape pods.
We can
spacesuits?
use that cargo bay we transported to before. Then there's the vacuum of space to contend with.
We can duct tape ourselves. I saw it in a science fiction show once. It worked.
Make an escape pod?
Is that even possible?
We're gonna make it possible. Unless you have a better idea.
Actually, no, the duct tape suit's a very bad idea.
I've polarized the hull plating. That should allow us to take a few more hits. Enemy phaser impact dissipated.
Heading, Captain?
Attack pattern Omega. I only have Beta and Delta. Okay, we'll go Beta.
Attack pattern Beta 3. Circle around that asteroid and come back firing.
Aye, Captain.
Zeldi, in range.
Fire!
Zeldi's shields down to 82%.
We're doing damage, but they're hitting us right back. We'll run out of hull before we penetrate their shields.
Perhaps I can be of assistance. I can modify your impulse engines to amplify their meager output and avoid more of their attacks. But I will need full access to your propulsion systems.
That goes against dozens of Starfleet regulations.
It's not a security risk if the alternative is destruction.
He has a point.
To me, it's simple. You can take this beating and hope you can weather it. Or will you put your trust in me? I've left everything behind for you. The least you can do is put your faith in me.
Do it.
Commander Ermot, give portal access to the propulsion systems. You're going to have the ship in your hands. Don't let me down.
This will take a moment.
Hey, our ship can do bullet time now. They're gonna get dizzy inside that our ship that's spinning around like that.
Your ship has let up its fire.
That gives us some time.
All right. One of these freight containers should do the trick.
Be quick.
We need one big enough for all of us to fit inside. Something we can make airtight.
Let's see. How about this thing?
Not enough room for the big guy.
Oh.
No way this will hold up in a vacuum.
Well, there's 3 of them. We can all take one.
Oh, here we go. This'll work.
That's great, but it's not airtight yet.
No problem. We'll just seal it up.
This container is
The
extremely
phaser.
heavy. Even with the
The
container,
duct tape of Star Trek.
won't leave the bay quickly. I'll find something to accelerate our exit.
Yes, we'll fix everything with a phaser.
Glancing blow. Very little damage.
I cannot keep this up for long.
Their phaser banks are recharging. Now's our window. We have to strike back.
I agree.
Their next barrage could be our last. Better make this count.
Target their weapon systems. Take the teeth out of their bite.
That could make them run. Just like the Veskar, we'd lose Diaz and Etzelar again. Hit their engines. We've already lost the Veskar.
We need to
Yeah,
protect
engines.
ourselves first.
Let's get the
Target
engines.
their propulsion systems. I don't want them going anywhere.
Targeting their engines.
Whoa. We gotta move it now.
These will give us the push we need.
Those are explosives.
We'll ride the blast right out of here. All set.
I'll set the containment field to deactivate, and then run back. We can detonate by remote.
We'll need to seal the doors from inside the container.
I'm gonna assume that something's gonna happen to him.
Before all the air sucks out of the cargo bay.
Isakar's probably gonna show up and things are gonna get dicey. That's what I predict is gonna happen. Or not. Maybe not. Maybe I was wrong.
Just a few more moments.
Hurry!
Oh, there she is. She was just slow. Oh, the air is gone.
Please, help me!
No. The Tkon get what they deserve.
Don't leave me to die.
Can't do anything about it.
Don't know. Can we really leave her?
Can't do anything right
We
now.
don't have the time. We have to seal ourselves in.
This ship can't fly. Sidron set it to self-destruct. Please, Amenta.
Oh,
It's not her.
no. I know it's not.
Carter, we have to seal the doors.
Don't leave me.
Get this lifeboat off the ship before Sidron blows it all to hell.
chancing it.
Hetzelar to Resolute.
I have the away team.
Go ahead.
We're about to exit.
We see the cargo bay containment field is deactivated.
Get that tractor beam ready. And you should know, the Zeldy is set to self-destruct.
If we do enough damage to the Zeldy first, it'll prevent the self-destruct sequence from completing.
We can't wait any longer. We have to fire.
You have to wait till they're free.
Almost out of there.
We need to act fast.
Hold all fire! Get out of there, Petty Officer. Do it now!
You heard her.
Done!
Ready?
Detonate!
Whee! It's bigger on the inside. Kind of.
We're out. I have them on sensors. Tractor beam activating.
Locked on and ready to fire.
Fire!
You have torpedoes that come out the back of the ship. I haven't seen that before, but I guess it's open.
Tractor beam's locked on. We have them. They'll be pulled into the docking bay shortly.
There's something else. I tracked a transporter signal to the planetoid moments before the Zeldy detonated.
Sidron.
There's a Tkon structure there. It's the reason they were here. It's the reason we are here. Now.
I have to see it for myself. We'll go there together.
I had assumed as much.
Is this the Tkon arsenal Galvin was after?
Legend says this region once held the sacred mysteries of the Tkon Empire. Our greatest treasure. Our most fearsome technology.
I want a full security detail. Westbrook, Bridrosian, you're with me. Mr. Ermont, you have the con.
Wait. You're not the first officer anymore. The captain is supposed to stay with the ship. I'm surprised Lieutenant Bedrosian didn't raise that first.
I thought Captain Rydek knew what she was doing.
I'm the captain now, so I guess I decide.
But it's also a captain's prerogative to break that protocol.
I suppose it is.
We'll deal with the first officer vacancy when we return. Until then, Mr. Ermont?
Yes, Captain.
Any sign of Sidron?
Not that I can see.
High alert, everyone. The enemy could be anywhere. Follow my lead.
Let's make this a short mission, all right?
That's the plan.
Well, it's your call to come down here. Still not sure I agree. But I respect the chain of command. Work of the ice? Is this another Tkon vault?
I don't see a way in.
Vault in the mines was already open.
There must be some way to activate it.
Portal, can you open it? It is a Tkonian vault.
I thought you'd never ask.
That's why you're here. Yes, use your Infinity Gauntlet and open it, please. So,
You're welcome.
What else can your gauntlet do?
Thank you. Definitely easier this way.
Can you just snap and take us straight to Sidron? I guess not.
Spread out. Let's see what we can find. And stay on high alert. We don't know where the Tkon that beamed down here could be.
You will need my help, Commander.
How so?
Traversal here is trivial for a Tkon, but only a Tkon. When you come across a device you cannot use, merely call my name.
Will do. Thank you. Do you know what this place was used for?
It feels familiar, but I'm not certain. The Empire was vast. I did not know every corner of it, and much was built after I became a portal. However, Tkon would not build such a place without something precious to protect.
Whatever that is, we have to find it before Galvin does.
Where'd the other people go? They went this way. Oh, okay. The game's not gonna let me go that way.
Look elsewhere.
I was like, oh, let me go look this way. Game's like, no. No.
This pattern resembles the transporter device Petty Officer Maris used to escape the Resolute. Portal 6-3?
You wish to make use of this device?
It's a transporter of some kind?
It allows Tkon to move through space instantly a short distance. Very convenient. I will activate the system for you.
Where does it go?
I'm not sure. The markings here must be from after my time.
Well, only one way to find out.
Trial and error. It's the best way to figure things out. We'll go right. Stick to the right first. Oh, okay, that worked. I think. That looks like a Contabula right there.
Soil. Just soil. It's not from this planet, nor any planet in the Federation database. Why is this here?
This is soil from the homeworld. Our capital system. This isn't an arsenal. It's a temple of the ancients. Sacred ground to the Tkon. I took my oath as a guardian of the Empire in a place just like this. You cannot imagine the look of pride in my parents' eyes as they said goodbye. Forever. Sorry. This is the first I've seen of anything new from the Tkon Empire in a very long time. I'm sure you're familiar with the feeling. That sense of loss. I thought I was ready for it. But it cuts to the core of your being.
I totally understand that feeling. It's unavoidable and inescapable no matter what you do.
Yes, it's that distant but familiar feeling that's forever just out of reach.
Can you use this to find out more about what Galvin is after?
The information's encrypted. I can only discern that it's a warship. No. It's the Aphelion. Perhaps the most powerful Tkonian ship ever built. I can't access the full file, but looking through the ship's schematics, it appears to be equipped with some sort of experimental, highly advanced transporter technology.
Transporter technology? For what?
Captain, you better come see this.
See what? Oh. Uh-huh. You didn't get stuck by a pointy thing, did you? Just want to make sure.
From the looks of it, I'd say someone left in a hurry.
Probably right around the time we showed up.
I think it would be better if we stay as a group and not separated, just in case. Say we're more to sneak up and stick somebody with one of these things.
I've seen these before, in the other vault. And if all of those are the same as this, then there must be...
Hundreds of millions, if not billions. All that remains of the Tkon civilization. Distinct person, encapsulated in crystalline form.
Given the size of this vault, there must have been tens of thousands of these cases, representing billions and billions of Tkon.
A threat on a truly massive scale. One your Federation can't easily contend with. What you have to understand is, these life forms were preserved for the benefit of the Tkon civilization, as a means of safeguarding the health and well-being of any Tkon, should they fall prey to illness or injury. They were never intended to be used for this purpose.
There you are wrong. This was always their purpose, to restore the glory that was lost.
Yeah, just shoot him. Okay, didn't work. Got any fancy trick with that glove of yours?
Congratulations on your first victory in battle, Captain Rydek. You killed a great many of my compatriots, some that I've known for millennia. Are you proud of how much death you've caused? Each Tkon life is precious, irreplaceable. Centuries of knowledge and culture lost with each one you murder.
Your friends died because of you. If you hadn't attacked us, there could have been a peaceful solution.
I've seen the kind of results diplomacy gets in this era. You can hardly blame me for wanting a quicker result. Thankfully, I don't have to convince you of anything. We'll all be on the same side soon enough.
You can't just bioform whoever you want. Not without a fight.
Ah, but that's just it. There won't be a fight. In fact, most won't even know what's happened. One minute you're standing there as you. The next you're standing here as one of us.
He's talking about mass transformation. That's
We can just
Billion was built for.
beam Tkon directly into people.
It'll reconstitute your DNA and bioform you into a Tkon in the blink of an eye. This is what they'll use as ammunition.
In a manner of speaking, yes. Of course, that's the simple version. But the end result will be the same.
You're talking about a crime against sentient life on a mass scale.
Or an evolutionary process where the strongest and most capable survive. The Aphelion is on its way here as we speak. Now it's only a matter of time. You can't delay that which is inevitable. Which makes your next decision fairly simple, brother. You are, after all, a portal.
I am.
Your sole purpose is to serve as a guardian of the Tkon Empire. But you stand here surrounded not by your fellow Tkon, but by members of the Federation. By people who deny our fundamental right to exist. You swore an oath to protect the Empire.
Hey, he's allowed to exist.
We assume that's why you're here.
There is only one true Tkon here,
And that's Portal. You're a scion, a disgrace to the memory of the Tkon, brought back through unnatural means.
I only tolerate your presence so long as you continue to amuse me. Which side are you on?
Captain Rydek, long-range sensors suggest a massive spacecraft approaching in the distance.
The time has come. I hope we speak again, brother.
Estimated time to contact, 6 minutes and counting.
We can't stay here. We have to get back to the ship.
And we have to preserve these souls. We must take them back to your ship.
Those crystals are ammunition to be used against us.
Didn't we take the ammunition away from them?
Bombard the site from orbit.
I'll decide, once we're safely aboard the Resolute. For to transport.
Oh, we can't really... I mean, that's a lot of crystals. I don't know if we can beam all that on board the ship. What are you doing, Bedrosian?
You have to hear me out, Captain. I lost my eyes because of you.
Yeah, well, you did that on your own.
Still, I've always stood by you. But if you bring those things on board, I'll have no choice but to resign.
Are you threatening me with resignation for this?
They will be forced into new bodies, brought back to life in a way they never asked for.
They're not living beings, but they're still dangerous. And if you don't make decisions to protect us, we're gonna end up like Solano. You, me, the entire crew. We're all next.
Yeah, but that would be genocide if I destroyed to just kill all of them. That would not be. That's not in Starfleet's. That would not be very Starfleet to me.
It's headed straight toward the vault. The Aphelion is coming into view now, Captain.
On screen.
Arrival at the second vault in less than a minute.
I would remind you, those life forms are Tkon, not science. Tkon. They're not your enemy.
Right or wrong, history will judge you for this moment.
Well, that's for the future to decide.
Transport the storage crystals aboard the Resolute.
Did I hear that right?
That's an order.
Yes. I don't know where they're gonna fit on the ship,
The
but
storage crystals are on board in our cargo bay.
Thank you. I won't forget this.
I hope you realize what you've done. We don't need another captain who's gonna risk our lives just to feed their ego. This ship and this crew come first.
Lieutenant.
She has to hear it.
This isn't about me. It's our duty as Starfleet officers to protect life, wherever and however we find it. And I couldn't let them fall into Galvin and Sidron's hands. I had to do it this way.
And to think, I used to look up to you.
The Aphelion is targeting us, approaching rapidly.
They hit us with that bioforming ray, and it's over. Maximum warp. Get us out of here.
Where, Captain?
Anywhere but here.
anywhere.
Now.
Let's go. Pick a direction. Go. And maybe get some Starfleet backup while we're at it. That's a pretty big ship.
You did what had to be done with the Tasker. It was the merciful thing to do. The Tasker can rest now. Even if I wavered in the moment. It wasn't a question of time.
I'm sorry you lost your friend.
In her final moments, I'm sure she counted you as a friend as well.
No surprises here. But your shoulder's separated. If you come with me to sickbay, we can get you fixed up in no time.
Thank you. I'll find you afterwards.
You two, check in at your stations. This thing isn't over yet.
My station is back in the box.
She was a good little escape pod. Not that I want another ride like that anytime soon.
Tell me, did any crew from the Zelti survive?
You saw the one dude?
Since the Lydian ships have no escape pods, I think it was just us.
I see. I thought so. I had a partner on board. After this mission, she and I were meant to. Doesn't matter. All that matters now is making the Tkon pay for what they've done.
We'll stop them. I promise.
You're really making us proud out there, Diaz. The lower decks don't get a lot of glory.
Well, I'm just getting started.
Hey, Diaz.
Yeah?
Did you see our people over there? Miranda?
Kapoor, Hauser?
We saw Miranda and Kapoor, but they're bioformed. And as far as I know, there's no way to undo it.
That means they're not our friends anymore.
If they attack us?
We'll have to stop them. No matter what it takes.
Yeah. I guess we have to be ready for that.
I can't believe it, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing Chovak. Not that I'd expect this kind of welcome from him, but I can just imagine the look on his face.
You know what? I want to see him too. It'll be nice to get one piece of him.
I want to see that swarmy Vulcan smile.
I can count on him for that.
I can't believe it! You evaded the Tkon, ejected their warp cores, and lived to talk about it!
That about sums it up.
They're gonna be teaching this at the Academy for years to come. I mean it. Everybody's gonna learn how you pulled it off.
Yeah, when they do, make sure they get my name right. D-I-A-Z. Diaz. Edsalar's too.
I'm sure no one will forget. I heard about Belle. Is Miranda...
As far as we know, she's still out there.
Well, I know Captain Rydek will do her best to get her back.
Hold on. Rydek? What about Captain Solano?
He was turned into a Tkon.
It's a long story.
Rydek had to take over. She's a hell of an officer. But none of us have been up against anything like this. No one has. Not in 500,000 years.
Solano wasn't perfect, but he was a good man. I'm sorry that happened to him.
Yeah. We all are. But we'll rally around Captain Rydek. Talk to you later.
It is agreeable to see you again.
Is that so?
It was by no means a certainty that you would return to duty here.
It is agreeable to see you as well, sir.
I concur.
You should know your absence has left engineering terribly short-handed. During your sojourn, this department has fallen unacceptably behind schedule on both regular and irregular duties.
There's been a whole lot of irregularity going around.
Seems like you could use some help around here. We're ready to go to work.
I'd like to catch my breath for at least a few minutes, Carter.
Well, we can fix that. Let's start with that.
Normally, I would assign you to one of the many pressing repair tasks. But, given your experience on board the Zeldy, I have suggested you join the senior staff briefing as we determine our next course of action.
Oh, we get to sit in the conference room.
You can commence your maintenance shift afterwards.
You get to sit in the nice chairs.
I tended to an Elydian earlier. Major Sarlet Arminta.
Ah, yes. I met him at the negotiations.
I never would have imagined I'd be here, on the same ship, working together with our oppressors. But now that I am, I can imagine a future where the Hotari and Elydians are no longer enemies. I'd always hoped for peace, but it seems so far away.
Peace is often fleeting. If there's a chance, you should take it.
Peace with our former enemies may be hard for some to accept, but it's what my people need.
It's coming along nicely. Thank you, Tylus. I'll take it from here. We're almost done.
I have to brief Ambassador Spock in a few minutes.
Ambassador Spock can wait. You have some fences to mend. Personally, I'm against the needless destruction of innocent life forms, so I'm glad you transported the Tkonian crystals onto the ship. But Lieutenant Bedrosian obviously feels otherwise.
Yeah, she made that obvious.
Right now, you need the full support of your bridge crew. Being an effective leader requires trust, but an issue as divisive as this can create discord.
I don't expect everyone will agree with my decisions, and she's entitled to a different opinion, but I'll handle Lieutenant Bedrosian.
You'll be fine, just as long as people feel like they're being heard. It's been a chaotic last few days for everyone. You need to name a new first officer in preparation for what's coming. You'll have to work to regain Lieutenant Bedrosian's trust, but if she's removed from consideration, it comes down to Westbrook or Ermot. Obviously, there are pros and cons with each, but ultimately, the decision is yours.
I get to pick a new first officer.
Commander Westbrook has seniority and was hoping to be Captain Solano's first officer. Ermot has the knowledge and experience that makes him more than qualified. You really couldn't go wrong with either of them.
Alright, I'm gonna take a short break, and I will think about this for a moment. I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, I'm back. So, what were the choices here? We have Bedrosian, Westbrook, and Ermot. I feel like the obvious choice is just go with Westbrook. Because he's been... I think he's displayed a... He's played a certain level of resistance and questioning, but still been, you know, a team sport. Just going along with it and taking risks with the commanding officer. I feel like that makes him a good choice. He seems like a good, obvious choice. Plus he has seniority. Plus he has familiarity with his ship and everybody. So it seemed like a good choice. Vermont, unfortunately, I mean, Vermont might be an okay choice, but the problem is I feel like the choices I've made in the game have not let me really get to know him very well so far, so it's kind of hard to say. He seems competent enough. And then Bedrosian is like kind of like the wild card choice if I decide to choose her, which might not even make any sense to do right now, considering that she has decided she is going to tender her resignation now. So it doesn't make sense to make her first officer, but then again, it could be like a peace offering if I decide to give her the opportunity. But it also might not, it might backfire and just end up being complete nonsense if I do that. I mean, I wish it could be Bedrosian. It would be an interesting choice, but I don't feel like it's practical at this point. I think Westbrook is probably... I mean, let's be realistically practical. Westbrook is the best choice here.
At the moment, I'm leaning toward selecting Commander Westbrook as the new first...
He is a commander. He has a rank already.
That would be an excellent choice, considering your history. The crew would respect the fact you chose someone likely to challenge your opinions and present a different...
He does challenge me sometimes.
You're as good as new.
Thank you, Dr. Duvall.
Always nice to have a captive audience. You really shouldn't keep Ambassador Spock waiting.
Captain.
I'll meet you inside.
I'm here to officially tender my resignation from the crew of the USS Resolute. I cannot in good conscience continue to serve aboard this ship, not while the interests of the enemy take precedent over the safety of the crew.
Lieutenant, we both know how much we need your help and expertise for the coming conflict. I have no one to replace you.
I understand, Captain, and I apologize, but my heart is not in it any longer, and to stay would be a disservice to us both.
My door is always open if you change your mind.
I appreciate that.
Okay. Well, that's that.
We'll have Ambassador Spock via subspace shortly.
Thank you, Mr. Armand.
I'll notify Lieutenant Bedrosian we're about to begin.
You don't need to do that.
That won't be necessary.
Petty Officers Diaz and Edsalar have first-hand experience with our adversaries. I thought it advantageous for them to join this briefing. I understand this is unusual, but I trust you have no objections?
Talk about moving up in the world.
Excellent idea, Mr. Chovak. They deserve to be here.
In all seriousness, what Diaz and Edsalar accomplished aboard the Zeldi is nothing short of remarkable. They're both to be commended, not only for surviving against incredible odds, but for helping our efforts against these scions.
You know, Carter deserves most of the credit. None of us would have made it without his help. We'd all be bioformed by this point.
There were way more people involved than just me. Not only Petty Officer Edsalar, but we had help from an Elydian officer named Arminta as well.
Interesting.
Ambassador Spock is ready for you.
Put him through.
Captain Reindeck, your recent change in station certainly warrants mention, and I trust you to faithfully execute your expanded duties. Right now, we must keep our attention on the clear and present danger that lies ahead, the Tkon and their warship. The closest populations are the Hotari and Elydian systems, and they are likely the first targets for mass bioforming. After that, lies Federation space. I have advised Starfleet Command to send an impromptu battle group to intercept and assist you, but that will take time. You are our first line of defense. And with our shield algorithms compromised, we are at a great disadvantage.
And we'll take all the help we can get.
You know that as well as I do.
I'm glad to hear the battle group is en route, Ambassador. With what we're up against, we're gonna need all the help we can get.
And you will have it. Remember, our strength is drawn from our ability to work together towards a common goal.
Have we made any progress in finding a way to defend ourselves from the Aphilion's bioforming weapon?
Currently, our shields will not protect us, but I am compiling all of the information the away team gathered on the Zeldi and cross-referencing it against our own as well as Portal 6-3's methods.
The away team is sitting right here. They survived without getting bioformed, so we know it's possible. So,
well, but
what's the secret?
Yeah, if you don't get bioformed, you don't get bioformed. I mean,
is there a weakness we can exploit? Something we can do to avoid getting bioformed?
Don't get caught.
As simple as it sounds, the best thing to do is to not get caught. Whether it's one-on-one or the whole ship.
We avoided the Tkon as much as we could.
But we saw the
And we shot a lot of them too with the
There's not
phaser.
much you can do.
I found something that might help. It's too soon to say for sure, but We've had some promising indications that Duridium can delay the bioforming process.
Huh.
Duridium?
Interesting.
It's not a cure. It's not going to bring anyone back we've already lost. But Duridium is a cell stabilizer, so it has the potential to slow down the onset of physical and mental changes, if not entirely prevent them. And it might be the only ship in the fleet with this much Duridium on hand. In fact, a lot of ships wouldn't have any.
You say that it slows the process, but this doesn't actually stop the Tkon from taking over, does it?
Correct. I can't be 100% certain, but it appears this is only a short-term solution. Also, it requires a much larger dose to be effective. We don't have enough Duridium on board to protect the whole crew. We barely have enough to protect everyone in this room.
Sounds like it won't do us much good then.
The use case I'd suggest is that it could buy a little time for an officer or a small group to complete a task or mission. But it has to be taken at the moment of exposure to the bioforming mechanism.
Prepare a delivery method for this remedy.
That raises the question. What is the mission?
Assuming the Aphelion uses shields of some kind, I don't expect it will be easy to bypass their defenses.
We may not be able to block the Aphelion's attack either. But if they do strike, we know their weapon uses transporter technology. We might be able to backtrack their signal path.
Like we did to evacuate Captain Rydek from Tau.
Exactly. We could send an away team onto the Aphelion.
So we could destroy it from the inside.
I'm not exactly sure how, but that's the idea.
I think Portal could still help us. If he can't get a first-hand look at the Aphelion, he might be able to identify a weakness.
After sparing the remnants of his civilization, I should hope he'd help us.
He will.
We'll need to prepare a boarding party, if it comes to that.
Petty Officers Edsalar and Diaz are the logical choices to lead any away mission to the Aphelion. They have already crippled one enemy ship. If anyone can do so again, it is them.
Are the lower deckers excited to do this again?
Do you really have some special insights that a tactical team wouldn't?
Doesn't the fact that we're here speak for itself?
Just surviving won't be enough this time.
Sabotage is kind of becoming our specialty. We'll find a way to get the job done.
Well, he certainly has the swagger for it.
If this is the necessary course of action, I support it.
With the help of Portal. He should be part of the away team.
I will
where is he?
latest data on the tricorders, just in case.
In the meantime, I want you working on ways we can combat the Tkon tech. Shields, weapons, anything we can use.
Yes, Captain.
Anything else, Ambassador?
I know this matter is in capable hands. Hold the line as best you can. Help is on the way.
Thank you. We have plenty to do and no time for speeches. Let's get to work. Thank you, Petty Officers Diaz and Edsalar. You're dismissed.
While we have a quorum of senior staff, there is a procedural element we need to take care of. The Resolute command codes must be transferred to Captain Rydek for control of the ship.
Of course.
Computer, transfer all command codes to Captain Jaro Rydek. Voice authorization Ermot, Echo 4 Lima.
Voice authorization Duval. Beta 2 Yankee.
Voice authorization Westbrook, Alpha 7 Tank.
Awaiting your authorization, Captain.
Am I supposed to... Oh, I think I have to make up my own code. Maybe that's what this is. Charlie 3... X-ray. Charlie 3 X-ray.
Voice authorization Rydek. Charlie 3 X-ray.
Captain's codes transferred. The updated command structure is incomplete. Please designate a new first officer.
Who is the new first officer?
Please designate a new first officer.
Yeah, Mr. Westbrook.
It is an honor and a pleasure to name Commander Westbrook as my new first officer.
Thank you, Captain. You made the right choice.
Congratulations, Commander. It's long overdue.
I know we've had our differences, but I can't tell you how much I appreciate this.
Computer, Commander Westbrook is the new first officer of the USS Resolute.
Awaiting voice authorization.
Voice authorization Westbrook. Alpha 7 Tango.
Authorization is now complete.
Now, if you'll excuse me, there's work to be done.
Nicely done. I think that went well.
Captain, could I have a word with you?
Are you sad that I passed you over for promotion, dude? Come on.
Look, I respect your decision, Captain. Commander Westbrook has seniority, and I can understand why you might have felt pressure to promote him. But what I can't understand is why you would choose someone so clearly unsuited for the position. It's the very reason why Captain Solano chose you over him. Because he knew Westbrook as first officer would be disastrous.
He's been good so far.
I know you're disappointed, but I trust his experience. And I need to rely on him now more than ever.
But that's just it. We can't afford to make any mistakes. And that's my concern with Commander Westbrook. Maybe I've had it wrong this whole time. But I thought we've had an excellent working relationship almost from the moment you first arrived. Yes, I was insulted when you didn't trust me with the information about Captain Solano being compromised, but I've always supported you. Which is certainly more than you can say about Westbrook. He was always against you, especially with regard to Captain Solano. I guess loyalty counts.
I chose him because he disagrees with me sometimes.
I
That's why I
value
chose
your
him.
opinion more than just about anyone's. I rely on it. And if we're going to beat Galvin, I'll need your help now more than ever. So please, don't be discouraged.
I'll be fine. Just give me some time.
And everybody takes things so personally. Like, come on. Be a little professional, people. Come on.
I don't understand. Giving everything she's got, but it doesn't make a difference. Something is actively slowing us down.
Keep trying. What's the situation in engineering?
I can't raise them. Internal comms are down.
It's the ionic
what?
interference. It's spiking again. If we reinitialize the central communications trunk, it should compensate.
If I may, Captain. Communications are critical to ship operations. I should go take care of this.
Go.
It's all of a sudden the music is getting loud again. What the heck? Come on. Game. Turn it down to like 3/4.
I was hoping we could buy enough time until Starfleet could send more ships. But it looks like we might have to face off against the Aphelion sooner than we might want. If it's just us, I don't like our chances.
I'll consider any suggestions from my first officer.
We're being pulled out of warp!
The Aphelion is closing on us, and fast.
We're being hailed by the Aphelion. Galvin demands to be heard.
On screen.
You thought you could run? That I would let you escape so easily after taking what's mine? How pathetic and predictable. At least you can take solace knowing you'll be a far braver Tkon than you were as a cowardly Kobliad. Is it any wonder your people perished?
You underestimate the lengths I'm willing to go to ensure you don't succeed.
Sadly, this is as far as you'll get. We both know I hold your fate in the palm of my hand. That I could crush you in an instant if I so desired.
Then do it. Then do it. Go on.
And as much as I'd like to, you have another purpose to serve. As one of us.
Yeah, of course, there's always that.
Red alert! Handar, get us out of here!
Portal 63 have any tricks he can do with his gauntlet? Come on.
By the prophets.
Evasive maneuvers!
To shoot.
They've hit the engineering section. No systems or structural damage, though.
Yeah, but they bioform people.
They were targeting the crew, not the ship.
Captain, we have to respond. Hit him in the mouth. What are your orders?
Give him a torpedo.
Fire photon torpedoes! Target the source of the beam!
The Aphelion remains undamaged by the photon torpedoes, Captain. And its shields are fully intact. It's too powerful to take head-on.
Damage report from the lower decks.
I still can't raise them, Captain.
Could be that the system's down. Or that was the Tkon bioforming ray. And there's no one left down there to respond. Tkon may already be on this ship. No way of knowing how bad it is yet.
Seal the bridge. No one gets access without my permission.
I think that's for the best.
Here are your new tricorders.
New tricorders. Are they special?
Now go. Get to the transporter room.
Okay, we don't have to keep the moment going, let's go. Oh, well. It's just jog. Mouse.
We don't know who's on what side, Carter. Come on!
You know, some of these guys, you could learn to use cover here, and not stand in the open shooting like that. Did they not teach how to use cover and cover at Starfleet Academy?
You're coming with us?
A security officer told me your funeral, which I gladly accepted.
Okay.
These are concentrated iridium doses. You need to take the dose as soon as you're exposed for it to be effective. Hell, take it right before if you can get the Tkon to wait while you do it.
I'm having trouble locking onto the transporter path through the interference.
I've done this before. I have to align the transporter
Don't
with the
worry.
tetrametric signature.
I'm a professional at doing the transporter now.
Tunnel through the shields. There's a problem. We don't have enough power to make the jump. I might be able to divert power from...
Stand aside.
Yes. The man with the magic hand.
Now resolved.
Okay.
I couldn't let you fumble about any longer. Time is running short.
Thanks for that.
No need. We must be on our way. I am Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Tkon Empire.
Nice to meet you, Portal.
We're right behind you.
Do us proud over there. Ready to transport. On your order.
Energize.
A big place.
This is crazy, right?
Oh yeah.
After this, let's do something really boring.
We could replace the paneling in a Jeffries tube.
Hell, I'd even degauss a plasma manifold.
If we see Miranda in here, I'm not gonna hesitate. She's taken too many lives. You can't undo that.
Yep. Well. Do what you gotta do.
This is pretty wild, Diaz. You better know what you're doing. We're all counting on you.
The glory of it. This ship is a marvel. Even to me. It's almost a shame we have to scuttle it. The galaxy has never seen a ship like this.
It is beautiful. I'll give you that.
Resolute, come in!
We're losing cohesion.
I'm gonna try to use my tricorder as a pattern enhancer.
The signal's gone. Are they there? Did you get them?
Nope.
They didn't make it.
We don't have time to mourn. We have to get to the Cartabula and disable it.
Hopefully before the battle group shows up.
Get served up for the Aphelions' next meal.
I am saturated in Tkonian power readings. I can't feel the source just yet.
This way.
I can't reach anyone. At least not on the lower decks. It's like they're all gone. The comm systems seem to be operational again.
That bioforming ray may have transformed dozens of crew members on the lower decks.
This ship could be swarming with resurrected Tkon. It's only a matter of time before they come to their senses and take action.
Which means we have a narrow window of time to cut them off before.
Captain, we're holding them off as best we can on Deck 9, but...
Not doing a very good job of it.
If they spread throughout the decks, we'll never know who to trust. It'll be a civil war aboard our own ship.
Lock down the affected areas immediately. Close the bulkheads and erect the containment fields. No one is allowed in or out without my authorization.
There could be crew members who weren't affected who could get locked inside.
That's a risk we'll have
Yeah,
to take.
that's a risk.
Initiating a lockdown now.
But we don't have time to bioscan everybody.
And what happens if some of the bioformed manage to escape? How should the crew engage them? Or should they? We don't want suspicion to run rampant.
Captain Solano had a favorite proverb from Earth. Trust but verify. Everyone should assume we're all on the same side. But at the same time, they should watch for anything abnormal.
I guess that will work.
Have we heard anything from Commander Ermot?
No. And he's been gone for quite some time.
The comm system he went to investigate. It's near the affected area.
He might have already been changed.
Commander Ermot. Commander Ermot, can you hear me?
Computer shutdown initiated.
Ah, come on.
According to this, it was initiated by Commander Ermot.
What? Yeah, he's probably been compromised.
Central Computer Core will shut down in 10 minutes. We'll lose all critical ship functions. It can only be overridden by the captain of the core itself.
Trying to draw the captain out.
With me.
Fine.
Stop! Identify yourselves!
We're just trying to figure out what's happening. Ah, to hell with it.
Stun. Just stun everybody.
You have to get to the computer core! Go!
Oh, this is a big fine mess we're in now. Everybody's shooting at each other.
I don't have much time.
Of course, the door's closed. Okay.
Captain Rydick, it's me, Commander Ermot.
Uh-huh.
First Officer Westbrook insisted I find you immediately.
He did. Did he?
Let me get this door open. I think I remember the code. I hope you haven't been hurt, Captain. It's not safe here.
Tell me, where were you when the bioforming ray hit the ship?
Where was I? I was on my way to help resolve the problem with the comm system. On Deck 9. Now, Captain. Still getting used to these Federation weapons.
Yeah.
Computer termination sequence in progress.
Damn it!
simple, Captain. There's a time to fight and a time to admit defeat.
Ah,
Sequence in progress.
like they intentionally have me aiming the wrong way every time I pop up. Jesus, game trying to handicap me here.
Cancel computer shutdown.
Slap. Ah, yes, the palm punch. Bonk, bonk.
Okay, wait. Just hear me out. Listen to reason. There's no need to do anything impulsive.
You just tried to kill me.
Just stun him.
Only acting on orders. I didn't mean any harm.
Yeah, you certainly did.
We'd rather have you with us. We can make a deal, right? Come to terms.
Stun him.
Awaiting Captain's authorization. Awaiting Captain's authorization.
Cancel computer shutdown. Voice authorization, Rydick. Charlie. 3. X-ray.
Termination sequence cancelled.
Nobody here but us squirrels. Squeak, 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 squeak. Wow, that actually worked. He thought there were squirrels here.
These are the arteries of power coming from the cortabula at the heart of the Aphelion. I can feel it coursing through my own body. Look there. I cannot move as freely inside this ship. Those emitters are why. If they were deactivated, I could travel past this chamber without setting foot in it.
Only Tkon can use Tkon technology. How do I turn them off?
Place these on the emitters. It will suppress their effect. The guards none the wiser.
Got it.
I'm coming too.
If we both get caught, it's over. If it's just me, you can try again after I fail.
Sounds okay.
Don't screw it up.
I can't phaser any of the guards. It'll alert every Tkon in here.
It's a sneaking mission. And I forgot to bring my cardboard box with me.
Nothing out of order.
Those guards can see the whole room from there. How am I gonna get past them?
You can throw a rock at him.
Maybe the crystal's portal gave me will get a reaction out of these consoles.
worked. Now move.
Where am I trying to go here? Yeah. Okay, good.
Two to go.
Can't go this way either. So how am I supposed to get past this guy? Just do that. Yes.
What's that?
Oops. Whoopsies. Damn it. I was doing so good too. Oh well.
What was that?
Nothing. I'm assuming I need to go. Oh, maybe I don't go that way. Am I? Oh, well, here's the thing. Right here.
Well done.
Oh, that was convenient. And just teleport everyone. Yes, I have the space stone. I can just teleport everyone wherever I want.
More emitters. Guess we can't teleport the rest of the way.
That craft can take us to the main power chamber.
No way we can make that jump.
When I was younger, maybe.
This might control that craft. Portal, a little help?
I should be able to bring it to us.
There!
Wait, what? I forgot I could change positions.
What the hell? I've got this thing set to maximum stun. How are they getting up?
Something's different about the Tkon here. Stunning isn't an option.
Get in!
Oh, what am I aiming at? Here? Oh. Yeah.
Federation dog.
This would go faster if you did something about them.
I'm trying to.
It's a Guardian. He's with them.
Yes, and he has the power fist. Respect is a forte. Or not.
We have to sink that other ship. Shoot the pilot!
Enemy pilot with the shot down. Okay. Brute force. I enjoy doing barrel rolls. Damn it. I had 2 seconds left. Or 1. And I guess I gotta do this all over again now. Get hit right away. What I was getting shot by. I'm shooting everybody in the thing. Can't. Got him.
Guardian! You saw what they did to our ancestors! How do you stand with them?
Just like
We've
that.
left them behind. I've seen it with my own eyes. They're not real Tkon. We were conquerors, not parasites. The souls I pushed your captain to spare will not be used for this end. I will see to that.
I'll tell you what these scions are. They're fanatics. They won't stop for anything.
Yes, so we must be fanatical in return if we are going to stop them.
No hesitation. This ends here.
I'm doing everything I can, but I can't shake her!
I figured without me you didn't stand a chance. I'm here for the ship and the crew, not for you.
That's fine.
I couldn't just sit in my quarters, waiting to get turned into a Tkon.
Okay.
Your timing's perfect. We need your help now more than ever.
Clearly.
The only reason they haven't destroyed us is because we have bioformed Tkon on the ship. That's why they're targeting our engines.
If we lose the engines, we can't avoid the bioforming ray. Brace for impact!
They're here!
Got some ships.
We're being hailed by the USS Titan.
Put them through.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Resolute. We got here as fast as we could. Looks like you've got your hands full with this monster.
We're damn glad to see you, Captain. We could use all the help we can get.
I told you I'd be here. So, what are we up against?
No. It's happening again.
Oh, it's doing the beam thing. Everybody's scattered.
We have to warn them. Open a channel to all Starfleet ships immediately.
Starting emergency transmission.
This is Captain Jara Rydek of the USS Resolute. The ship we're fighting is armed with a bioforming ray that can transform your entire crew instantaneously. Avoid being hit at all costs.
And remember, they have our shield algorithms, so take preemptive evasive action.
Yes, that too. One ship did not pay attention to the order.
They're gone. Just like that. We have to destroy that ship. Otherwise, it won't be long before they're coming after us.
They could all be Tkon. Or none of them. We can't assume anything yet. And we can't afford to be wrong.
I can't attack another Federation ship. I need alternatives. Full impulse power. Take us in for a closer look.
Aye, Captain.
The thing is, they're gonna take over the ship and shoot that. Or they're gonna crystallize the ship. I guess that could happen too.
That's not a Starfleet ship. The Tkon have it.
Shields at full power!
Shields are holding up against their attacks. But they won't for very long.
Fire phasers!
Firing. Shields at 60%. Heavy damage reported in astrometrics.
Hit them with everything we've got.
Take them out.
Aye, Captain.
Taking heavy fire. Shields now at 40%.
Stay with it. Keep firing. Their weapon systems are offline.
Now's our chance. Finish it.
No,
We can send Galvin a message.
they're harmless for now.
Let him know exactly what he's up against.
Just cripple it.
And that we're willing to fight to the very end.
Take out their engines. Fire when ready.
Targeting their engines. Commencing fire. Now.
Oh, come on, guys. You're supposed to scatter.
Rydick. The Aphelion is too much for any one of us to take on alone. But collectively, we might just have a shot.
On our way. Full impulse power.
Aye, Captain.
Target the bioforming ray. Fire photon torpedoes.
Firing photon torpedoes.
Oh, so okay, they do come out the back of the ship. Interesting.
I've lost helm control. Trying to reestablish.
Power levels are dropping all over the ship, but our engines are still running strong.
This is what happened to the Enterprise.
They're draining our energy.
We're caught in it too.
I hope the away team is having more success than we are.
If there is a way to disable the Aphelion, it's there. We strike at the heart. The Cartabula. I can feel the energy.
Don't get too used to it. We're gonna take that thing down.
See what's over here.
I wouldn't do that. We have to turn off this energy field to enter. I must do it. It requires the hands of a Tkon. Is it working?
It started.
Is the opening wide enough to get through?
No. I mean, if you want me to shoot it.
Is it wide enough?
No, but I can see the Cartabula.
What about now?
Ah! I still can't get
Can
in.
we shoot it?
Stand back. I'll try again.
Oh, she's got a power glove too.
Portal 6-3! I'm not going to remind you of the oath you took. I want you to remember why you made it. Your bond to your people. You can bring your empire back, and all you have to do is nothing. Stand back, and we will handle them.
So much time doing nothing. Now, I
Oh, he's mad now.
This won't take long. I'll be back.
Give him hell?
Give him hell, Portal.
I was made for this. If you can get to the Cartabula, don't wait for me.
We'll hold the line.
Okay, it's up to lower deckers to figure out how to get past this energy field thing.
The gap isn't much wider. Can we get through?
Maybe we can widen it with a containment field from the tricorder. Oh!
I don't think we can crowbar our way in.
It takes a Tkon to do it.
Okay.
That's far enough.
Carter, I could have killed you both, easily. But the part of me that is still Miranda won't let me. She compels me to bring you into the fold. I will make you one of us.
Miranda wouldn't want that.
You don't know her like I do. Soon, you'll understand.
Oh my god, this is so fucking hard to do. I could do that. Risk. Gamble. Let's gamble.
Finally, we can be...
Nope.
Rejoin the flame.
Are you all right? Carter, I'm sorry I hesitated. I tried to keep her from getting you. If I'd just shot her sooner.
It's okay. I don't blame you.
She's really gone. For good. I can't believe it.
It had to end this way. She was suffering. And now it's over.
Took them all out.
Not all of them. Miranda got Carter.
Have Tkonian blood now. You must go and finish this, my brother.
I can read it.
What is this? Who are you? Tell me now!
You're talking to the guy that's in charge. Back down while I work.
Carter, you're kind of scaring me.
It's okay. I'm still in control.
Just have your phaser ready in case something does. Okay?
We've reached the Cartabula.
That's great. Are you all okay?
Yeah, we're inside. That's what matters.
Two of ours are keeping the bioform ships at bay, but they can't hold them off forever.
Getting remote telemetry from the away team tricorders. I'd recognize that anywhere. Our warp core resonant frequency is one of the readings.
They're bleeding us dry. But they're not just taking our power, they're routing it through the Cartabula.
Transmitter interface. Oh, okay. Over here? What's this thing? Oh, it's... Wow, his eyes suddenly got better. Ah, I got better, see?
There. That's the Resolute's warp core resonant frequency.
And these others?
That frequency matches the Titan's warp core resonance.
What do you want me to do? Yeah. Oh.
And these two are the Kimball and the Lowell.
They're both Steamrunner class. Same engine platform.
They're just tuned a little differently. I must be getting information from the bioforming, but this warning, it means that it's struggling with the power stacked up at close frequencies.
The Cartabula can't handle the dissonance?
Maybe.
This is Westbrook. Are you reading these Starfleet engine signatures?
We are. And you need to see this. The Steamrunner class frequencies are causing problems for the Aphilion's energy source. Sending visuals now.
They're vulnerable. We have to use this.
You can break a wine glass if you play the right note loud enough.
Sir?
Tkon are so arrogant. They're letting us right in the front door with this energy drain. We can tune our warp core output to those frequencies. Get all our ships to do the same. Push it to maximum levels and we might be able to crack the wine glass, the Cartabula, and take their ship offline.
There is merit to the theory. But if we attempt this, it would preclude any other course of action.
It'll work. It has to.
If this is going to succeed, we'll need all Starfleet ships to pitch in. We aren't alone anymore. We need to leverage that.
I will create a high-energy static warp shell.
We'll need the away team to guide us to the right frequency.
We read you, Resolute. You're putting a lot of faith in us, Captain. That's a hell of a plan. We don't want to let you down.
I've got faith in you, and the rest of this crew. Now let's give them hell!
Yes, Captain.
I found an eject routine for the Cartabula.
So we can disengage it, just like we did with the Zeldy's warp cores.
Yeah, but it'll only activate if this thing gets completely overloaded.
So we gotta take it right up to the edge of destruction.
We are increasing the warp core resonant frequency now.
You can't do this.
Yes, I can.
You'll destroy everything I've waited for.
If that thing wants to take over, it's going to have to go through the both of us. And I'm not going to let that happen. You hear me?
I can always count on you. You'll stand by me to the end.
This isn't the end.
Is something wrong?
No, we're fine.
Do you see our output frequency changing?
We do.
What is the impact on the Aphelion systems?
Keep it up, Resolute. It's starting to work. The bigger they are, the harder they'll fall.
Inertial dampeners are failing.
Warp output at 85%. They're taking the bait. Now we need the rest of the fleet.
Open a channel to anyone left on our side.
Opening a channel.
This is the Resolute. We're sending instructions to all ships to output maximum warp power at the designated frequency. We believe this will disable the Aphelion.
We don't know that. All we know is it'll siphon off our energy much quicker. You're leading us to disaster. Are you out of your mind? That has given them exactly what they want.
We've found their Achilles heel. We have to use it. We'll give them everything they want. All of it. More power than they can handle.
That logic is twisted enough it just might work. We're adjusting the Titan's warp output to match the Resolute's. I suggest the rest of you do the same.
Come on, guys. Let's work together here. Do the thing they don't expect you to do.
That's it. They're falling in line.
This is the Takahashi. Adjusting our engines now.
The Cartabula, it's compensating, counteracting our interference. But some of these other frequencies are causing spikes too. I'm gonna find a new target range for the Resolute. Try this out. Here. This one's hitting the hardest. If they all converge here, it'll provide the maximum disruption to the Cartabula.
Got it. We want to overload this thing, push it to the brink, but not past it. You sure about this frequency? If we go too far, we won't just be destroying the Cartabula. We're going to take a lot more with us.
Have some faith.
Responsible for that.
If it goes boom, then mission succeeded.
I have faith in you. That's enough. Sending data to the Resolute.
The Way team has sent us an updated target list. Sending it to engineering now.
We are now running our core at 105% of recommended capacity. If we try to meet that frequency, we will generate a harmonic imbalance of our own and risk a warp core breach.
You can still eject the core, but...
I must warn you, these are precisely the engine conditions that Captain Solano's experiment brought about.
Oh, well, I'm not familiar with that, so...
A runaway reaction is a dangerous possibility right now.
I'm not Solano.
We can't afford to start second-guessing ourselves.
Thank you, Mr. Chovak. But I'm not Solano, and this is no experiment. I need you to match the frequency and increase the output.
Very well, Captain.
We got an overload here.
It's at the breaking point.
What's happening? We got a problem. It's not gonna eject. We have to disengage the Cartabula manually. We lit this fuse. We gotta make sure it doesn't go off the wrong way. If we can pull hard enough on those levers, it'll dislodge this thing.
Okay. Give it all the keyboard presses. Come on. What? Come on. Okay, I don't know why I was trying to show two W keys, because I only got one. I got one. Alright, it's disconnected. No.
We have full power.
And the Aphelion is shutting down.
Returning warp reactor to nominal output levels.
The Tkon are running off reserve power now.
I saw what you did. The sacrifice you made.
Radiation levels are spiking.
It's coming from the Cartabula. He must have damaged it. Didn't get it out before it fractured.
What's done is done. At least we cut off their power.
We'll be done if we stick around any longer.
3 to beam back to the Resolute.
But beam Carter to the brig. Oh, we can't walk on?
Won't cut through the interference.
We can't stay here.
We're not getting away in that ping.
There. Maybe I can use this to get us out of here. I don't know if it can get us back to the Resolute, but we have to get away from here.
Okay. Teleporter.
Everybody on!
Radiation's lower here, but still too high for us to stay on this ship.
This is good, but we can do better.
And soon, I hope.
We gotta get all the way to the Resolute.
That thing is down, but not out. We'll handle the stolen Federation ships, but you need to get a crippling shot on the Aphelion.
A direct hit to its bridge will bring it down.
Take us real close, Captain. Skim the hull of that thing where it can't get a clear shot at us.
Or
I can weave us through the battle. And hope we don't get caught in the crossfire.
I don't want to get too close to that thing.
We can't take much more fire, Captain.
take us along the Aphelion's hull. Get us to the bridge as fast as you can.
Aye, Captain.
Sounds good to me. Let's do that. Oh, where is the bridge on this thing?
Almost in position for a shot at the bridge.
Photon torpedoes armed and ready.
Break off this attack, or I will be forced to eradicate you.
You had plenty of chances to do that already, man. Come on.
The Aphelion is still filling with lethal amounts of radiation, but it seems to be contained within the ship. For now, at least.
They have comrades on that ship, both living and waiting to be reborn. We're going to die in here if I don't care. We will never submit to your Federation. We are taking our rightful place as rulers over this galaxy.
So much for superior beings. You don't look so superior from here.
I don't have to listen to this. We've crossed the eons to get here. Fire salvo!
Oh, that's fun to piss him off. Yeah. Ooh.
Now the radiation is rising here, too.
Targeting the Resolute.
I can't let you do that.
Get on. Damn it. I can't hold on to it. I have to make manual adjustments to enhance the signal pattern. From here.
What do you mean?
It's insane behind.
I'm not gonna make it out.
No way. We're all leaving together. We've been through too much to split up now. We don't leave people behind. Got it?
I don't have long to do this. I'm bioforming. It's happening, Nilly. I have to be the one to do it.
If you send them, we'll be stuck here. Give in to me, and I will save us, not them.
Stop it.
What's happening?
It's an internal struggle, and he's losing.
Not like this.
Time's up for me. If I'm gonna get you out, it's now or never.
I don't want to leave you.
You aren't.
The time is now.
That won't work. I told you, this body is mine now. No!
Look out for each other.
The away team has beamed back.
We're in position and ready to fire, Captain.
Yeah, this ended.
Target their bridge.
Please, we target the ship. Pummel it to space dust, like we did to
Fire.
Hey, Carter?
Nilly.
I thought you'd want to know we made it. And that you'll always be my family. Even if I don't get to see you again. You'll never really be gone.
Always, Nilly. Family. Forever.
Always.
Some very funky looking
All decks secured.
photon ports on the back. They look like impulse engines.
Board, fully contained.
The Starfleet ships under Tkon control have signaled their surrender. Good work, Captain Rydick. Next time I need some backup, I'll know who to call.
Hey, if you need help with pack lids, let me know.
Just say the word and we'll be there.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Captain, we're being hailed. It's the Aphelion.
On screen.
The radiation. We won't last much longer in here. Please, we surrender. We need your help. Please, beam us aboard your ship.
I know what they've done, Captain. But we can't let them die. They're our enemies today, but who knows what they could become.
You saved the storage crystals. And there are other Tkon. The bioformed on Hotari. On this very ship. We wouldn't be wiping them out if we didn't help the ones who tried to destroy us.
It's what we do.
This is the fate they've chosen. Leave them where they are.
You can't do that.
We don't have much time. We submit. I don't know what else I can say. Please. We don't want to die.
This is what separates us from them. The fact that we can make a gesture of peace even after all our conflict. Set up containment fields in the docking bay and beam the Tkon there. Crew of the Aphelion, shut down all systems. Lower your defenses and prepare to be transported.
Thank you.
Carter! Hey,
Huh? Oh. Okay. Yeah, he's not Carter anymore.
My first order of business will be to help reestablish the Hotari government and resume peace talks, genuine talks, with the Illidians.
And after that?
Who knows? I know I don't want to be queen. There's so much good I could do with just a fraction of your medical technology if I could bring it to my people. But I also want to see what else is out there. Maybe there's even a place for me in Starfleet.
Maybe.
It would be hard to stay on Hotari forever. Not with all there is to experience, to learn. My devotion to my people doesn't mean I don't want to explore all the galaxy has to offer.
See, the thing is, I can't decide this for her. She's gotta decide for herself what she wants to do here. Like, yeah.
There are many ways to help your people, and healing them is a very noble way to do so. I'll see to it that Starfleet sends a medical ship to share knowledge and technology, as long as you'll be there to spearhead their efforts.
I'll gladly accept those terms. But there are pressing matters we must attend to before any of that. I can't thank you enough for all you've done. I'll see you again.
Starfleet has granted me the privilege of conferring this upon you.
A pip.
Though I'm sure Captain Solano would rather have been the one offering this. You have acted dutifully and bravely through trying circumstances. I grant you the official rank of Captain. I believe a great many wonders lie ahead for you, Jara Rydek. There appears to be nothing that can stand in your way.
Thank you, Ambassador Spock, for everything.
It is you who stopped the spread of the Tkon. I should be the one giving thanks.
Victory. Peace. These things never come without a cost. For some, it requires putting aside centuries of enmity. For others, it takes facing complicated losses.
To Carter. How do you say goodbye to someone who isn't really gone? I thought I knew how to leave the past behind, but I've learned a thing or two.
And for too many, they had to pay the ultimate price. In time, history may forget their sacrifices, but those of us who were there never will. Now, all hands honor the dead. Captain Solano used to say that nothing ever stays the same. Entropy. It's the nature of the universe. As such, the crew of a starship can never stay the same. But while entropy says that order inevitably gives way to chaos, this crew has only grown stronger. More cohesive and coherent. Bound by our shared struggles. And working together, helping each other, we're able to do more than we'd ever imagined. Some of our differences couldn't be resolved, but perhaps that too can change in time. Engage.
Ooh.
Space. The final frontier. As we take our next steps into the unknown, the greatest insights that lie ahead are what we learn about each other. We might even surprise ourselves. And no matter what threats we may come upon, or mysteries we face, we will not be shaken. We are stronger together. We are steadfast in our purpose. We are Resolute.
Okay. Oh dear, well that was exciting. Did we all have fun? But no, seriously, I really like this. This was a fun time. You know, this kind of feels like this is like a Star Trek movie almost, if you think about it, from start to end. Like this probably could have been good enough for a Star Trek film script, probably back in the TNG days, but not currently. No, I think it probably wouldn't have worked. But let's say if they decided to use this storyline as for one of the TNG movies, it could have worked. It would have been really interesting. But okay, so. But yeah, I enjoyed this. I thought it was done really well. And it's like, for once, it's like we finally got a story-focused Star Trek game, and it worked out really well. Ta-da! It's like, hey Paramount CPS, maybe you should allow developers to make more story-based Star Trek games, because that's just something that worked really, really well, you know. Star Trek games don't have to always be like Star Wars, where you're going pew pew pew, kill everything all the time. There's a lot of good stories in Star Trek, and you need a story-focused game to tell them. You know what I'm saying? Now, Okay, well, I guess I'll get the cons out of the way here first. You know, some of the negatives of the game. I'm not a huge fan of some of the mini games they had. If you're watching repeatedly, some of the mini games I just don't like the way they're set up. Maybe they work better on a controller, but on mouse and keyboard, some of them are just really annoying to use. I don't like my mouse being decelerated during the mini games. That's just, it just feels so unnatural and awkward, and I have to like move my mouse a mile in order to move a centimeter on the screen. It's just like really annoying. But I did look at the website regarding the choices, and as I kind of mentioned at the start here, there's no real... Nobody has like a decision tree, choice tree thing for this game, which I'm really surprised there isn't anything like that. You can find those for the other Telltale games. I've seen them before. You can kind of navigate the choices and try different options here. It's weird, but there's not one for this game. So, Sean Connery was the programmer. Sean Connery programmed this game? Really? No. So, I guess the other thing is the choices in the game. It may take a second playthrough for me to really figure out how much the choices really matter. Like, if I had chosen Ermot to be commander, would Westbrook have gone down to engineering instead? And he just would have been turned into Tkon, maybe? I don't know, maybe. That's how I'm thinking it. So, there may be an alternate scenario where Edsolar gets turned into Tkon instead of Diaz, maybe, or something like that. So, there may be some differences like that, I think, and that's... And to the extent that's probably what realistically you can do in the, in this game. I don't know if I can show... Yeah, I see, this is something I don't really like either. Like, again, just... Developers, please, just show the choices in the game. Don't direct people to a separate website to do that. I don't know why they do it this way. It's dumb. It means I have to go I have to exit out of the game to show you what this is, and it's extras. Yeah, that's just toward Resolute here. Alright, let me see if I can show you the, this is annoying to do, but I'm gonna have to try and exit out, or tab out of this thing, and see if I can bring up the website, because I just kind of want to show that. Give me a second here as I figure out how I'm supposed to log in again. Yeah. Link. No. How do I log in? See, and the other thing is, they don't really make it clear how you're supposed to get back into this. How do I log back in? See, this is why this is dumb. You really should not need a separate account on a website to do this. This is... If I'm gonna give a negative, it's gonna be for this, because this is dumb. I don't know why they did this. I know I'm just complaining about it as I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, I'm logging in now. Alright. Give it a second here. Alright, so what this thing does, it, you can kind of see what the choices you made compared to what other people have done in the game. Let me see here if I can bring this up here. Yeah, just get me off the screen here. Hold on. Alright, so this is what we got here. If I can get this to fill the screen properly here. So, alright, so you can see here, 93% of players I made chose to evacuate the Tkon. So it's like this here. That doesn't really give you a list of all the choices you made in the game. It just kind of compares you to the other choices people have made. How do I scroll? Oh. Scroll over. Yeah, okay, so 94% of players chose to make the ultimate sacrifice. Most players chose to have Westbrook as the first officer. Okay. Most people chose to save the Tkon. Alright. He chose to let Saki die. Okay. So what was the rare choice I made? 31% supported Captain Solomon's decision not to inform Starfleet, which in hindsight was the wrong decision to make. Obviously. Most people decided to pursue a romance for Miranda, even though ultimately I think there was no way that could be saved. I think once she became Tkon, that door was closed, and that romance plot was gone. So it was done for. 49% have Carter win first. Yeah, I'm okay. So yeah, I think if you have Ed Solar go first, and Carter ends up with the scar on his face. 23% follow Commander Westbrook's advice, and so I guess most people decided to use the shield option, which I guess would curry more favor with that's no, what was her name again? Forgot. I forgot her name already. It was a Raxi Bet somewhere. Oh. Lieutenant Bedrosian. But she became very disillusioned by my actions. I'm sorry, but I had to do what I had to do. And so was that injury when you willfully and wantonly disregard your feelings by transport? Yeah, she wanted genocide, which is not very Starfleet, so that's why I didn't do that. Yeah, Solano. Yeah, Solano was... He was... Honestly, I mean, I know there's a comic that kind of precedes the story here in the game, and that kind of covers what happened with the warp malfunction that damaged the ship. I don't know if Solano was a good captain in that comic, but she certainly seemed to be a... He came off as a career officer in this game. You know, very much more concerned with his legacy and his reputation and his standing in the Starfleet. And I'm like, come on, dude. Come on, dude. Your duty has to be to your ship and crew first. Come on. You don't have to worry about that stuff. And he was just... Yeah, it was easy to kind of hate on him. Maybe he could have been done as a better character, I guess. And the person who played Spock, I think, did a pretty good job with him. So, I think the Spock character not good. Westbrook was... Like I said, Westbrook is a decent... He sounds like Commander material to me. That's why I kind of went with him. Tylos was an interesting character. Now, I didn't bring this up during the playthrough, but I can't be the only one who thinks that Tylos has a thing for Commander Rydek. It seems like they have some moments where it's like, where they have some very longing moments with each other every now and then. I'm like, is there supposed to be a thing happening between them? Because I don't know if that... Yeah, I don't think it would be possible that to even go anywhere, but whatever. Ermot, like I said before, we didn't really get to know Ermot that much. Maybe in a second playthrough if I decide to side with him more. But yeah, he's bioformed, he's Tkon now, so... Back to us. Oh, so is Red... Oh, I guess Red is not necessarily casualties. What the heck happened to this guy? He just... Yeah, what the hell happened to this guy? We encountered him back at the place where you know, we found all of the Tkon crystals. And then he kind of left to join this guy. But then we never saw him again. Okay, that kind of feels like a little bit of an unresolved plot point there. Riker? Riker is Riker, you know. Jonathan Frakes kind of reprised the role for this. Also, by the way, interesting fun fact. I tried to figure out what the timeline was when this game's events are supposed to take place. As far as I can tell, it's supposed to take place in late 2380. And the reason I brought the Pac-Led thing, that this actually coincides roughly with the end of the first season of Lower Decks. So, not too long after this, Riker's gonna go off to save the Cerritos from the Pac-Leds. After this event. So that's roughly where we are in the timeline here of things. Portal 6-3, they did a lot with Portal 6-3, and I liked him. He was he was a one-off character in that episode of TNG, and it wasn't a lot to him. But they really kind of expanded his character a lot in this game. So yeah, I really enjoyed having him. He was a very interesting and fun character to have along. Actually, not really much to say about Shovak here. He's a Vulcan. He acts like a Vulcan. I don't know what to say about him. And this dude, yeah, he's a bit role character. All right. Let's see, is there anything else interesting here? But yeah, I wish they would like go over every decision we made in the game here, but they kind of don't. So, but yeah, that's what the website thing is. So, it's okay, but I really feel like they could have shown this information in the game. But, all right, let me go back to this here. Toward a Resolute, I can take a look at that real quick here before I wrap up here. So, yeah, I really enjoyed the story. I think the characters are good. I think the length is actually just right. It doesn't feel like it's too long, and not too short either. So we've spent probably about roughly. Yeah, the playthrough was about 11 hours, I think. About. So, yeah, so I already looked at this earlier on my own. This is just... If you just want to walk around the ship and look at things, you can do that here. I mean, it's not like we can go to every single spot on the ship, but... You can look at the bridge, you can look at the ready room, go to engineering, the conference room, turbo lift. Oh yeah, the ready room is back here. That's right. Remember that thing I was trying to show you at the very start of the game? This area. Yeah, the ready room is over here. Yeah, here's the captain's ready room. Starbase, the train, the rocks. Isolinear ships just laying about. Now, graphics-wise, I mentioned this even at the start of the playthrough, but I do think we could have some higher resolutions for the graphics in this game. I do think it would look a little better, especially these displays. These displays are kind of low res, especially if you have a bigger monitor. So, you know, I kind of hope if they do another game. Or Star Trek Resurgence 2. Oh, that probably wouldn't make any sense. They'd probably name it something else. But, you know, just learn from this, devs, and like make some improvements to the gameplay puzzles, the graphics. The graphics are good. They're not terrible. I'm not saying they're bad. It's just that there is room for improvement here. So, And conference room is back here. Yeah, so. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to rate this thing. Like I probably will do a second playthrough just to see the different choices. And see how much of a terrible captain I can be. A terrible commander, Rydek makes all the wrong decisions. I don't even feel like I made all the right decisions. I made a few oopsies, I think, but you know that's fine. On my first playthrough. Let's see. Let's go to Showboy. Right now, if I were to score this game, I'm feeling. I mean, an 8 out of 10 would definitely be fair. I'm just trying to think of the... I'm just trying to think the few flaws I have with it are enough to keep it from being a 9. You know what? I might actually go with a 9 out of 10 for this. Because I really did have fun playing this. I think you really have to be a Star Trek fan. If you're a Star Trek fan, this will be a 9 out of 10 for you. It has that feel. I think it really captures the feel of what a Star Trek episode or a film from the TNG era should be. I think it does that really well. And I like that it kind of captured that spirit a bit. I do like the idea that you got two perspectives in the game. Like we just didn't play as Commander Rydek. We're playing as, you know, this guy also. We have our bridge officer perspective on things, and then we also have our lower decks perspective on things. I think works out really well. So we can tell kind of two sides of the story. So, you know, the command level and the nitty-gritty level of the story. So I think that was a really good gameplay decision for them to do here. So yeah, if you don't know if a Dramatic Lab wants to make another, you know, Star Trek game, I say go for it. I would be interested to see what they do if they decide to make another one. I think they did a really good job with this. I was pleasantly surprised by this. I really was expecting this to be worse. I was prepared for this thing to be worse. But, you know, like I said, I was pleasantly surprised. This turned out a lot better than I expected it to be. Despite some of the annoyances I had, you know. That does keep it from being a perfect game to me. There hardly ever is a perfect game. There's always some things that are gonna annoy me in the game, but the airlock. I can't warp to the nacelle. Let's go back to the bridge. Alright, but yeah, anyway, I think I'll probably just wrap this up here, so yeah, I think I'm gonna go with a 9 out of 10 for this. I really enjoyed this, and I'm gonna go through it again. And I can probably see myself going through this game again on my own, like in a year or two, just to kind of revisit it again. So yeah, I enjoyed this. This was good. As for next game after this, I'm still kind of debating what I'm gonna do. I might just go ahead and start doing the Metro trilogy. I've been kind of looking into it, and I think, yeah, maybe I'll just go ahead and do that. It's either that or do Halo. It's going to be one of those two, so I'm going to a shooter game here. Because I really don't have any other idea what I want to play next. So, might be one of those. We'll find out. I may flip a coin on it, so. Anyway, that's it for Star Trek Resurgence. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye-bye.